What's the deal, everybody? Welcome back to the studio. Jeremy Deal here, and today we are talking about drones, and in particular, DJI just released their new Mavic 3 Mini Pro. I think that's the order of arrangement that they're all listed in. And I'm going to be talking about why I will not be switching from the Air 2S to the new Mini Pro 2. Or Mini Pro 3. Mini 3 Pro. You know what it's called. Why I'm not switching. Let's go. Well, I don't really know why I have the drone out to talk about it. I guess to show you that I have the drone and I know why I'm not switching. I don't know. Let's just set this over here and we'll talk about some of the things that are really cool. Like, don't get me wrong, I think everyone is really excited about the reintroduction of portrait mode. Everyone's shooting a lot of social media content, and that would be a good reason. I also like the negative 250, but this video is going to be very short because there's two main reasons I will not be making the switch from the Air 2S to this new mini drone. So one thing that's good is it's under the 250 or the sub 250 category. So technically it doesn't have to be registered, but you do still have to unlock it in order to fly in locked zones. So it being under 250 is only so beneficial there, at least from everything I've read and seen online. All of their unlocked zones will still be applicable to this new drone. So even though it's under the 250 subcategory, you will still have to unlock it to fly in those areas. And the unlocking is people's biggest problem with DJI. I personally don't have a big issue with it. Ever since I got the Air 2S, it has not been a big problem for me. So I don't really worry about the unlocking very much. But if you're buying the 250 in hopes that you can skirt that, then from what I understand, that is incorrect and you'll still be subject to those unlocking. The next reason I will not be buying it is the controller. I know everyone's excited, back to a controller with a screen on the inside, right? And that is useful and it is cool. But the one thing about it is that it doesn't have internet or like data capabilities built into it. So any of these areas where you will have to unlock, you will still require your phone, except now you're going to have to use your phone as a hotspot in order to hook up your controller so it can get authorized. So even though it's cool to have that in there, that's neither a plus nor a negative for me, because either way, when you're going to shoot in these areas that require those unlocks I was just talking about, you're still going to need some sort of mobile network in order to do so. And the very last reason I will not be upgrading, quote unquote, to this new drone. I know the flight time is much longer. Cool. But when you put in that bigger battery, the flight time actually, it brings it over the 250 category, negating the reason to have a Mini to begin with, right? But the real big reason I will not be switching over is because from everything I see online, it does not have 10-bit color. It is all 8-bit color for video. And for me, as someone who's delivering a more professional product, not just a hobbyist, I need that 10-bit color. Now, if you've ever seen any of my older videos or some of my newer videos, you know I'm constantly weighing the difference, especially in my GH5S, between the 10-bit and 8-bit color profiles and which one is more beneficial. But the 10-bit is much more beneficial. Mute that. I got update, important news, all that jazz. Apparently, there's a new firmware update that just happened for this drone. And guess what? It now has 10-bit color. So everything you just heard me saying about it not having 10-bit color is irrelevant. It has 10-bit color in the Decenalite profile log, but only in that mode when shooting. So that's something to think about. That kind of takes the biggest negative of this drone away. My biggest negative, or the biggest fallback I thought this drone had, was the fact that it was only 8-bit, but it being 10-bit color now really jumps it up, especially with that portrait mode. I'm still not going to jump right on out and buy one. Maybe I'll get one. Who knows? Maybe DJI wants to send me one over so I can test out and really compare the two. But, you know, the sensor's still a little bit smaller than the Air 2S. So I just wanted to jump out here. I recorded this video a while ago and just haven't released it. So I've just re-edited it to put this information in there before dropping it. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Keep rocking and rolling. Enjoy what you're doing. Make smart business decisions. And think about what you buy before you buy it. I mean, I'm not trying to dissuade you from buying that new drone. I'm just trying to say, do you really need it, or do you actually already have something that's better for what you do? Catch you next time.